What's up everybody, welcome back to BIC Racing, and today we're starting off the Group 3 Championship starting in the Red Bull Ring, and we're going to be driving a Jaguar F-Type GT3 today. So without further ado, let's start the race. It's just 6 laps in today's race, but we're starting in P10. I really like this livery that we've got on our Jag F-Type. We're in British racing green with a bit of a splash of brighter green at the front there, but it looks great. So coming into the first corner now. Hard on the brakes, let the car roll through this corner, and you can go out quite wide here. There's a lot of grip out on this bit of the track. Heading up towards the up to the second corner and to at the top of this hill here. So it's a site of quite a few crashes over the years in Formula 1 at least. So we've got a AMG GT3 in front of us here, so we're just going to try and find our way past him on this straight. So after we found the Group 4 Championship quite easy, hopefully this one is going to be a little bit more difficult, as it's a step up in class here as we just go up the inside of that car just there, coming down the hill now. It was, yeah, we found it quite easy in Group 4, so hopefully now this is in the Professional Championship, the next level up, so it should be a bit more of a challenge. And we can handicap our car again if we need to, like we did last time, but this is, as we said in one of the previous episodes, this is one of my favourite circuits. Such a great circuit here. If you just hook it all up around this section, it's great. But here we are coming up to the back of a Ferrari now. He brake checks us massively there into that corner. You do not need to be going that slow through there, so we're just going to stick it at the inside into the last corner. Eat quick early on the power here. I went to the start-finish straight. Fastest lap so far with a 1:33.3. Doing good so far. Back into this first corner again. See, we're just cutting through this field nice and easy. So just gonna stick it around the outside of these cars here. The Renault moves out to block us, but we just let him, he just moves back out of the way for us. We're just gonna make sure they have plenty of room as well going into that corner. We're nice and ahead of them, but we just don't want to take any chances here. And now we're coming back up to the end of the straight here. Hard on the power, or on the brakes rather. But now we're back on the power at least. Come into this section. So in this championship, it's we've got, after the Red Bull Ring, we've got one of the GT custom circuits, the San Croix circuit, and then we've got 2 lap race of the full Nordschleife, which should be good. We've just got no room to get past these cars here, so I just ease off it again, because anticipate them braking this time after the Ferrari. And you see there's just no way around them, but we're just going to try and stick it at the inside, hit the back of the Alfa there. They're battling hard themselves, and they just both drift out wide, giving us plenty of chance to go up the inside of them. 3 seconds off the leader now as we come on the halfway point of this race. You can see we 2.5 seconds to go. But we've got that coming up in this episode, and then we've also got a few other things planned coming up for the channel. So we're actually going to be, instead of having 2 episodes of GT Sport a week, we're actually going to be alternating each week. We're going to have a new game coming in soon, so keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be another racer, of course, but going to be slightly different to GT and the GT cars, but you'll see, so that should be coming out hopefully next week, but we'll see how, we're just waiting on the game to be delivered at the moment, but it should be a nice change of pace, and something I've not seen a lot of on YouTube so far. We're just going to jump ahead now to the last lap. You see we're 8.5 seconds ahead here, coming up into the final couple of corners. Hard on the brakes, and then just swing the car in, straight on the power, run out wide and use all of the circuit, and we come up to the line to win that race nice and easy there. So it looks like again this might be a little bit too easy for us, so we're going to just whack the handicap on the car like we did in the previous championship in the Group 4 cars. And here we are just at the start of race 2 at the Suncross circuit. So we're just going to go in again and we're going to turn our power all the way down and we're going to increase our weight all the way up. And we're also just going to change our tyres to hard compound tyres, so this should give us less grip in theory. So we're just going to jump back and start the race now, and we'll see how we go with this handicap added on. So we come to along the start finish straight here. So this is one of the few custom circuits, like GT original circuits, that are left in the game now. Actually, if anybody played the old like Gran Turismo 5, even Gran Turismo 4 had some of the best original circuits in gaming, really. Although the Forza series does have a few good ones as well. But we're just working to close up to the back of the cars in front of us, the two Greek drivers who finished second and third in that previous race. And we're just trying to close up to them, braking, coming into this twisty section of corners. So we've got two BMWs there. We just drift out wide. Avoid making contact with the Z4 though, which is good. So we're still on for a clean race bonus. Just trying to keep in a slipstream here. We're coming up to a heavy braking zone now, so we're just going to try and flick it around the outside here. On the brakes, nice and easy overtake. Just avoid making rear-ending that master there, but we're back on the power now, trying to get in his slipstream. Just too much speed there, hit the barrier. A bit annoying is that that's our bonus gone, but we do get past the master and we're now closing up to the back of this M6 in front of us. A lot of Greeks in this race, interestingly. We're just going to go up his inside here. He closes the door on us though, so we have to back out, hit the brakes. Into this braking zone. We go to make a move there, but again he just closes the door on us. So already with this handicap, I'm definitely feeling a bit more of a challenge here, which is excellent at last. So he's still on our inside, but we just get in front of him here. But we've carried much more speed than the other guy, so we know this is going to be an area of weakness for the AI. And we're on the start-finish straight again. So we've made up a couple of positions in this first lap, but we now know a few of the areas the AI are weak on, so we can look to make gains in the next few laps. Coming into this first corner again. We're just going to try and hang it around the outside of this Porsche, but he just moves off to close the door, so we're going to try and do the over and under on him here. We're just going to keep up his inside here, ease off the throttle slightly rather than brake. We've got another Jag and a Hyundai in front of us, so we just out-drag the Hyundai, but we know the Jag's going to be kind of the same as us. We're just trying to find an opportunity here, so we look to go around the outside of him here into this straight here, which was a nice move there. It was good at going onto the bridge there. And now we're managed to make our way up to second already, actually, which I didn't even realise there. So we're now just working on closing up to the leader here. We carry too much speed and clip the barrier, allowing him to get away a bit there, which is a bit unfortunate. Coming into this twisty section, the turn where we carry too much speed into that corner. We just need to keep an eye on that for next time. It looks like such a gentle curve and then all of a sudden tightens up on you. A little bit annoying there, but coming into this nice sweeping right-hander where we had the door closing us last time. You can see we were actually still so much faster than this guy. We just get him under brakes, but we actually overcooked it. And we're in the gravel trap here, so we going to have to work hard again to close up to him, and you can see the other Jag close right up to us as well. So we need to be careful we don't overcook that again and throw our win away. And you can see we had a lot less grip in that corner, because if we were on the soft tyres we probably would have been able to stay flat out through that corner. But because we've switched to the hards, they're a lot less grippy. But it looks like we're going to get this guy on the start-finish straight and just out-drag him going into the third lap here. And again, that was nice and easy, and I can't see too much more happening in this race as long as we just need to not cock it up. As you can see, we nearly accidentally go wide again there, but we just managed to hit the brakes enough to get it back on track. And we're just jumping ahead onto the final lap, coming into the final few corners here. On that tricky tight corner, we only managed to get it right one time out of the 4 laps, but so it's something to look out for in the next next time we come back to this circuit. But it's been a nice easy win for us. But we do have the Nordschleife coming up after this, which is going to be again a bit more of a challenge because of how tight the track is, as you might have seen in one of the previous episodes where we were racing in the Audi TT Cup around that track, although that time it was only the 1 lap. So again, it's just more about maintaining concentration and not binning the car into one of the gravel traps or something as we come up to the line in this race. Though bit of a scruffy few laps in this one. It's not a circuit I know really, and we haven't raced on this layout of the track before, but it's something that I imagine is going to come up more and more. But anyway, we're going to move now on to the Nordschleife, and as we start this race now at the Nordschleife, you can see we've changed our car, so we're actually since we're in Germany, I thought it'd be fitting to change to a German car, so we're in the SLS GT3. And again, we've made these same changes where I've decreased its horsepower and added some extra weight, but the weight actually might come in handy in this because it might help keep the car a bit more planted. But we're coming up to the back of the car in 9th at the moment. The Mustang, you see, is very twisty-turny this section, very twitchy, the car. We're just going to try and find our way around him, so we're going to look to, on this straight, go up the inside here. We're into P9 now. And this is one of those circuits, you have to be practicing on it every day, I reckon, to ever learn the layout. So it's a lot of reacting to the corners as and when they come up to you. There's only a few corners I know, the famous ones like Carousel. But so we're going to try and do our best here, but you see we've got a bit of ground to close up to the car in 8th here. He's got 2.3 seconds ahead. We come into this heavy braking zone. The braking is where we seem to excel in this game really, but he's still 2 seconds ahead. But we closed about half a second in that braking zone then. Trying to maximise the width of the track using all of the ripple strips. The car bottoms out some nice sparks there. Whoa, nice tank slapper we get on, but it's a very tight section here. It's going to be hard to try and find a way through, but he just leaves the door open there, so it's just allowing us to get up around the inside of him. Nice and easy overtake that one. Whoa, we get a 1 wheel on the grass and we nearly lose control of the car there, but we just managed to save it. So we're at P8 now, so we've got a lot of ground to catch up. We've got two laps there, and each lap of the Nürburgring, whoa, as we get on the wheel, get on the grass there, but as we know, each lap of the Nürburgring takes about 8 minutes normally, so we've got plenty of time to catch up to the leader here. We're just trying to find a way around this Mitsubishi. Just make a little bit of contact there, but just allows us to get up the inside just there, so we're up to P7. Nice move there. In one of the upcoming episodes, we've recently unlocked the championship, the endurance races. So we might have a go at doing some of those, and one of them is it's 30 laps around Le Mans, or there's another one where it's in the LMP1 cars, where it will be it's an hour-long race around Le Mans. So we may do something like that soon, which is slightly bit more different, as at the moment these game modes don't include fuel consumption or tyre wear, whereas the endurance racing does, and you have to we'll have to like have some pit stops in there, which should be something slightly different. We're just trying to find a way around a Corvette here. We're just going to go on the outside, accidentally take to the grass, so we're just going to ease off, try and get back on the track, and you can see he's pulled away now as we just couldn't get off the grass there. And he's just pulling away, so we're just going to have to work hard now to get that ground up on him again. But this is a nice fast section though, so we should be able to close up to him pretty quickly, hopefully. So already I can feel so when we added the weight, they actually put about 3,000 pounds the car is now. So it's really heavy. We're coming up to about the halfway point of this first lap here. So it's a lot heavier, so it means it's been coming into the carousel here. We're just trying to find a way around him. It's not really an overtaking zone, there's only really a couple of lines there, but we get him on the exit though, come around his outside, and we're up to P6. We've got a Aston Martin in front of us. Just trying to find a way, so you can see it's more difficult just because the circuit's so narrow compared to some of the other ones we've been racing on. These something like the Red Bull Ring is nice and wide for us. We just got up his inside there as he brakes, and we just ease off the power instead. Very good section there, nice and twisty turny. On the power again, coming down the circuit now. We'll be heading onto the back straight soon, I think. No, we've still got a little bit to go. It's take to the grass, and we're accidentally in a gravel trap. You can see we're just nice and far enough ahead that we don't lose P5. When coming back on circuit, we just have to make sure we don't get in anybody's way. Not particularly good sportsmanship if we just blocked them off. On the brakes. Just again trying to maximise the track, keep on the power as long as possible, dab a brake there. And here we go, coming up to the second mini carousel in a second. I believe. Here we go. I knew it was coming up in a second. Don't take it particularly well this time. We've just got a couple of wheels on the grass. We're just trying to get off them. There we go, back on the circuit. And we're just coming onto the straight now. We've got 5 seconds to the leader, so we'll try and close it to him now. And we're going to do our best here. So we're so compared to obviously these cars are much faster than when we did this in the TT Cup. We were looking at about I think it was about a 9-minute lap in that car, 8-9 minutes, possibly closer to 10 actually, thinking about it. But we're looking at about an 8-minute lap here, coming up back towards the start-finish straight. You can see again we close up to them in that braking zone just then. So this isn't the full Nürburgring course where we would have carried on straight there onto the actual Nürburgring, the Grand Prix track. This is just the Nordschleife we're doing here. Whereas I believe the 24-hour Nürburgring race uses the full circuit, but This isn't really going to be, it's going to be too narrow with all of these cars to overtake, so we're just going to ease off and let them go ahead for a little bit. And we're just going to try and find the right moment to go for our overtake. Just hit the anchors there as we nearly rear end that Renault, but we're all over the back of him, just trying to find a way around. Again, it's so narrow at this bit, but it's going to straighten up soon. We're almost pushing him out of that corner there, but we're just going to go around his outside here. Hopefully gives us the room. We just get past him, so we're up into P4 now. Just get a little bit of air there where the front end actually went really light, but we managed to keep it straight. Just now got this Ferrari and the Porsche in front of us. We just need to try and find our way through as our leader's pulling away a little bit. They both hit brakes. It's actually a Supra, it's not a Porsche. That was my mistake there. Just trying to find a way. I think we're going to shape to go around the outside here. Dart back to his inside. There's just no room. He's just using the full width of the track to block us off here. We just go up his inside there. That was a really nice move. But then we totally ruin it by going off the circuit there, as we're just trying to find a way around that. I'm actually going to give the position back to the... Oh, we accidentally let them go through. I was going to give him the position back because we did overtake him off the circuit there. You can see that Renault is now right behind us again. So this is turning out to be a really good race, this one. So we're... again, we close back up in those braking zones, but we've actually got to be careful because we're going to be running this... As long as the again, I'm going off the circuit there, too much speed. As long as the Nürburgring is, we're going to run out of route because the leader is already 8 seconds ahead of us at the moment, and we need to work on getting past these guys soon because he's just going to get away from us. Go up the inside of the Ferrari here, and we're going to do the same on the Supra here. It forces us right out wide into that barrier, which is, I thought was a bit mean of him there, but we're starting to carry some battle scars on the front of the Merc here. We close up to him in that brakes. And we're just going to That was my mistake there. I carried far too much speed in, that was my bad. But then he, for some reason, totally tank slapped us. No idea what happened there, but we're just going to cut that bit out, pretend you didn't see that, and now we're going to work to close down our leader here. So it's going to be full sweat mode now, as he's 11 seconds ahead of us, and we're running out of time. Really, we're coming up towards the halfway point of the circuit here. You can see we're 6.7 seconds slower than our previous lap at this point. So we need to really work hard now. So I'm just going to go and just concentrate fully on this now. Just there. I think we might be able to get him towards the end of the back, the long straight. I think we might just be able to get him in that braking zone. The question is if we can just get any slipstream off him at this point. I think he's probably too far ahead at 3 seconds, but we just do everything we can. It's come on, Mercedes. So we're 2 seconds ahead now, so we've gained so much time having that clear air. 2.7, we are going faster than him, so we might just get him. I think we might just be able to get him. It's come on, 2 seconds to go. Sub 2 seconds at this point. We are carrying so much more speed than he is. Oh, that was it. That was our chance. He's got ahead, and unfortunately, there's nothing we're going to do. That was an excellent race there, as we just come through to finish in P2. We just had him, but we just overcooked it. Dive bomb to end all dive bombs, but P2 just not good enough. We spent too long battling with the Ferrari and the Toyota, but what can you do? P2 was a great race, best race we've probably had in GT Sports so far. Really annoying finish, but we're going to finish the episode with a P2, and we're going to look to build on that. And we've got 2 races to go in Toyota and Suzuka and Tokyo. And I kind of spoiled ahead. The car we're going to be driving a Toyota. We're going to drive that Supra. Something a bit different since we're in 2 Japanese locations. But look out for that soon. And make sure you check out the previous episodes. And we'll see you again soon.